warm welcome to everyone. I am Shubhrika on SJLIVE, and today we have a very, very special guest. He is Dr. Manu Bhai Chandaria. This is SJLIVE brought to you by Bank of Baroda Kenya Limited. You can follow me on my Facebook page, Shubhrika. You can also follow me on my YouTube channel, Shubhrika Johri, and my Instagram handle is Shubhrika Johri. Welcome to the show, Manu Bhai. How are you?
I'm fine.
It's really an honor for me that you are on my show, and I'm really fortunate that you have taken out time for me. So thank you so much for that once again.
It's my pleasure.
Let me introduce you formally to all our guests. Dr. Manilal Premchand Chandaria, OBE CBS EBS, is a Kenyan businessman of Indian descent, born in Nairobi on 1st March 1929. Along with being a senior member of the Comcraft Group of Companies, a billion-dollar enterprise that has a presence in over 40 countries. He is on the boards of several prominent East African countries. He has won several awards in East Africa and internationally in recognition of his entrepreneurial endeavors and is also noted philanthropist. In 2003, Dr. Chandaria was awarded the Order of British Empire OBE by Queen Elizabeth. December of the same year, he was awarded the Elder of the Burning Spear by former President Mwai Kibaki, one of the highest civilian honors in Kenya. He has been hailed as one of the Kenya's leading industrialists. I am very sure I'm just giving a very short introduction, but I would like to hear from you that how has the life been for you? You have actually seen over a century of development, and according to you, how has life changed?
Life is getting better. Life has been always, I think, as years went by, with the scientific, with the technical progress of the country,
Yes.
all over the place. And I think what we have been able to, what I was and what I am, if I can just think about that,
Yes.
from a young graduate starting my life, but in 60 years or 68 years of working,
Yes.
I think so many things have changed.
Yes.
And it's all for good. It's all for good. Except one problem, that more people have gone under poverty.
Yeah, actually. So, you know, there's one question which I'm very sure everybody would like to ask you. And the question is, how to get rich and famous the way you are?
I think that what I have been able to see is a huge, huge progress. And I feel that I'm lucky what this last century has been able to see, that in the life of a human existence, in the last 150 years, the things it has happened, it was never been thought about. So I think it is excellent. The wealth comes on its own way by hard work, integrity, and vision.
Okay.
And I think that everybody is not lucky, but I think that if you put all these three together, if you put only two and not the third one, if you put only one and not the two, then I think that you don't see the wealth which is within. But to me, it has been a great, from nothing to build something.
True.
It's a great experience.
Very true. So, what is life for you? According to you, what should be the main focus in one's life? Is it money, name or fame, or relationship and social work?
I think basically without money, the life will be very difficult. So money is an aim in all the time during your life.
Yes.
But service to others, to me, and because of that, you build relationships. So to me, the money is one part, but the second part is not name and fame. Name and fame will only follow. It's not a precursor that you just go and take a course and become a doctor or doctorate. Fame will automatically follow, the way you have been able to move in life. Yeah. So to me, the service to society, earning obviously the first priority. But after that, you build relationship and you serve the people. Yeah.
And your father owned a shop in Baishara Street. You received a very good education from around the world. Did you ever think of leaving Kenya and settling in any other developed country? What actually made you stay back in Kenya?
Well, we are a joint family. Uh, when I started my work with my family, when I came back from the United States, we were about 36 at home.
Okay.
And so when we felt that we move away from not only from Kenya, so lots of younger people then started moving, and people like me somehow got stuck.
Yes.
But it's not in a negative manner. The question is that today most of the Chandarias are all over the world.
True.
They're in England, they're in Geneva, they're in Toronto, they're in Singapore, and only some portion are left over here.
So, did you ever feel that you should leave Kenya and go to some other developed country or the first world, the way they say?
No, to me, every country is available today because we have investments in so many countries. But I like Kenya. I love Kenya. The weather is beautiful in Nairobi.
Yeah.
So you cannot ask anything more than that. And I think to me, it has given me a stage for a possibility of a faster growth than anywhere else. I could have been New York, but that would not give me that opportunity. Here, within 50 million people, I am somebody. If I go to New York, I don't think I'm somebody at all in that place. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. And tell us something about your childhood. Any interesting incident that you remember well?
I think in 1940, the family decided that all the children and women must leave the country and go to India.
Okay.
It was just because of the war. And because of the war, the people felt that it's better that they're away from here, and so that we do not have to really worry about them. The Asian community was very much worried about in 1940 when the war started.
Okay.
And so I remember that we went in the boat to Mumbai.
Okay.
And the first thing that I remember over there, as soon as I got out, I looked at the people that looked like me, but I looked the roads so wide. I saw the buildings about 6 or 7 floors or 10 floors. I saw trams running in the streets. I saw double-decker buses. And I asked myself, what's wrong with us? Because when I left Nairobi, there were only 1 or 2 buildings with 2 stories. And here, so that gave me a huge challenge.
Yeah.
That look, it is possible.
Yes.
You got to work for it. That's it. Because what is the difference between us and them? I look like the same one. I'm an Indian.
Yeah.
By birth, or not by birth, by family background.
Yeah.
And look at Mumbai. And look at Nairobi. What's wrong with us? And so that made me a huge impression.
Okay.
And immediately after 4 years when I went to the United States, that knocked my head again. And I couldn't understand, wow. Wow is the only word I could say.
Okay.
And that pushed me into an area and said that everything is achievable.
Everything is possible. Yes. And you have actually shown it to the world that everything is possible. Kenyans actually look up to you for so many things, and you are an inspiration to everyone. So, Manu Bhai, tell us, what do you have to say about the present generation who is turning up to developed countries for jobs and not staying in Kenya or India?
Well, the point is that people go outside and work outside because they find life a little better. And once I've studied outside, obviously I'm more inclined to the country that I've lived over there for a few years, and I think that there is a more opportunity. But to me, the point is that we as a family, probably majority of the family moved, but we didn't forget Kenya.
True.
We continuously kept Kenya in our vision, and we continuously grew in Kenya. So to me, the first generation, second generation, whether they come or they go, is not important. If the Kenya shows the willingness, lots of people will come back.
Yes. Manu Bhai, you have received many awards, recognitions. Has it changed your life, the way you live? Or you're the same person who was in 20s and your 30s?
Well, when you are nominated or when you are asked that there is an award for you, you start thinking first, somebody really thinks about me. There must be something that I must have done. And that first of feeling is of happiness. That yes, there are other people besides myself or my friends who think about me. That I've come into their, their lenses. I come over there. And so I thought that maybe that gives me a real push. That, hey, how come the Queen of England decided to give me an OBE, that I went to Buckingham Palace to get an OBE from the Queen and pinning me on my... Now, to me, it was never thought of. But I must have done something much, much more than what I can talk. So that the other people are impressed. And there's a and it's not one, number of times it's repeated. And to me, it's hard work on anything that you do. And then sincerity, integrity. So that clearly defines very clear that you're somebody people like to know and pick up and invite you and award you. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling.
Actually. So, after achieving so much, what do you think? Is life tough or easy?
Life is, if you don't want to do anything, life is easy. But if you want to achieve something, life is always going to be challenges in front of you. Okay. More challenges that you push and more challenges you face, better you become. Because that gives you really what real Manu Chandaria is. Only in happier days, in normal days, people don't think about it. But it's these times that you give, people think about you and you feel, oh. And then when you ask me, have I achieved everything? Oh, I've said, there's so much to go. There's so much more to go.
Yeah, very true. I want to know one more thing from you, Manu Bhai. Tell us something about your family life. How did you meet your wife, Arunaji?
Well, we were two families, and my eldest brother was married to Aruna's elder sister. Okay. And we were family businesses together. Okay. We were partners. Again, some disputes took place, and then we were parted again. Okay. But at that time, I think that when I started looking at it, and I fell in love. Okay. And basically, knowing very well that my family would not agree because of the difference of opinion between the two families. And difference of opinion just only happened because of the social issue. But then I persuaded almost everybody in the family. Okay. And they said, fine, go ahead. So it was not something that I had to go and find. We'd known each other, but then She lived in India. I lived in United States.
Okay.
I lived in Kenya. But then when she came down, the love started.
Okay.
It was not arranged marriage.
So, you were in
Love.
US, she was in India. Earlier there were no telephones, no mobile phones. How did you manage, long distance relationship?
No, the time when I went to India, I started looking, and then they also felt their family also felt that it's better to be in Kenya than to be in India, and so it happened to be in Mombasa. I was in Mombasa, and so it slowly it worked out.
It worked out.
I think that the point is that to demand is one thing, and to get things on its own coming is another thing. This means winning of minds, winning of hearts of the family member. That makes you a bigger family member and a major family member.
And did you ever face conflicts or mindset with your kids? You have been successful in every way of your life, but still, did you ever feel that you don't have enough for your kids, like a common middle class man? What kind of upbringing you have given to your kids, and were they satisfied?
Well, my upbringing has always been with my children also. Simplicity in life, having material things around you can be there and cannot be there. It depends upon the times. But as long as you are happy and you build around yourself on some principles, then I think that there is not a problem. And to me, all my children, that I got my daughter, she lives in Geneva. That's what I'm right now here. My son lives in Singapore. But that's a nuclear family. But besides that, the whole family of 50 members, 55 members, as long as you feel that you are a part of something and they are your part, then I think it's not a problem. To me, things does not make a person. Having 4 cars and having a big bungalow, it doesn't make a person. Person is because what he is. Then anything surrounding him, you can put it. You can put me in a big house, or you can put me in a small house. As long as I remain happy and I accept whatever it is, then I think that type of a family, I never thought that I would give my children, that I've not been able to give my children. Everybody has got his own chance.
True.
I was one of 8 of my father. And what I've been able to do. So it's up to you, not anybody
it's not
else.
about the family which you have. Yeah, it's about your own potential.
Your potential. But keeping in mind that what you're doing is for the family. And it's not my nuclear family that I'm doing for. I'm doing for 55 people. And then it extends further. The people who work for us, thousands of people who work for us. Then it extends further. The countries in which we work. So I think that there is a whole chain of information, the way you're connected. And to remain happy, here it should be happy. Here it should be happy. If you're mind-wise, you're happy. Heart-wise, you're happy. No, nothing will stop you not being happy.
Yes. So, first and foremost, happiness is important more than the monetary things in life.
Yes, absolutely. But then it depends upon how you look at the money. If you look at money as a principle, and then you go a little short of money, a little less money, and if that defines your happiness, then that's not the true happiness. True happiness is your self-contentment. Because every pocket doesn't have the same. But the contentment is your achievement. You can achieve anytime. You cannot achieve everything that the world has.
Very true.
But to remain content with what you have is most important.
Is more important.
Yeah.
Very true. You are a philanthropist. You own Chandaria Foundation. Tell us about the social work you're pursuing in various fields.
Well, it was interesting that when I went to the United States and studied, one of the things that impressed me was big foundations, Rockefeller, Ford, and Vanderbilt, and number of the found Carnegie. And I kept on thinking about it. When I came, the partnership, as I told you, the partnership broke up, and we ended up with one manufacturing plant with 40 people and 6 members of the family on top.
Okay.
40 people working and 6 members of the family. So when I really look at the overall issues, at that particular time, I felt that unless you grow, not going to work out. And so when we grew from 40 to 100 people, 150 people, all of us, all my brother and my cousins, all of us went to my father and asked him, hey, how about setting up a Chandaria Foundation? Looked at me. Is there something wrong with you? What's wrong with me? He said, you lived too long in America. I said, I've lived 3 years in America. How come you tell me that I've lived too long in America? He said, listen, there's a big hole over here. Fill it up. When you go home, there are 36 people. What do you mean to say that you set up a Chandaria Foundation? I said, look, if you don't start from the beginning of setting up a foundation, then our mind will always, tomorrow, we'll do it tomorrow, then we'll do it tomorrow. Let's do it now. And that will give us the responsibility of every working, that we have to do something good for the society where we work in. Anyway, we went back to work, closed our mouth. Then became 400, 450 people working. He came back and he said, here is 10% of my shares for Chandaria Foundation. Welcome back. Now, to think that there is a responsibility, that came to me because I saw it when I went to study. I saw it in India. I saw it in United States. That look, unless and until you've got a focal point, maybe even little bit, whatever little bit you can do. So we started with 1 scholarship, and 2 scholarship, and 3 scholarship, and then making very sure that they are our children to whom we give, they're our family children, just like us.
You have to take responsibility.
To follow them.
Yes.
And slowly, the foundation grew.
Okay.
But the foundation was not for the purpose of showing only. Foundation was the purpose of really getting into the public sector, and doing something for them, and achieving something. Like the latest we did, Chandaria Center for Performing Arts in Nairobi University. It's a huge program, 500 most modern theatre. Now, why it had happened? It happened because I served the Nairobi University as the council member for more than 25 years.
Yeah.
So they themselves came along and said, okay, we will first Asia to get a doctorate from the University of Nairobi. And slowly we thought that there is the possibility to build something which will remain there. And that's what Chandaria Center for Performing Arts came. But I put in 25 plus years in the university in trying to understand, trying to run, and to be a part of that. It was not easy. There's not tomorrow, just write a check and went. No. So anything and everything that I've achieved is for years together a recognition of the work that I put in. And automatically the work speaks for itself.
True. At what age you started social work?
Well, immediately then when that first scholarship that we gave, we made very sure that we'll write to that guy 3 times a year, get his report, ask him why he failed, ask him where he went well, and call him once in a while to find out how it was happening. So the social work started then, that knowing the responsibility for the society. Now, many of us today survive only for ourselves, or survive ourselves for our family. But there is much more than that.
Very true.
And that much more is how you can be a part and parcel of the society. The society will note and say, hey, there is the man. And such. So all the investment, all the work that we have done on Chandaria family, Chandaria Foundation, is all of quality, specifically poverty, education, and medical.
Okay. And I heard from you in one of your meetings that once when thieves entered in your house, who broke in your house, one of them got hurt and you actually helped them. What was going on in your mind? Why did you think of helping them?
Well, it's, we have been staying in my house for the last 50 years. And there is also a government person with a gun also in the house.
Yes.
Means in the compound. And all of a sudden, first time, it never thought it will happen to us. But it happened.
Yes.
When it happened, the fellow was just looking like this and with a little towel covered like this. And I said, what's wrong with you? He said, well, I cut myself. I said, if you cut yourself, then hey, just a minute. Can I put some medicine? He looked at it. And I just went straight away, got some UD cologne and ointment, and I just put it on to do good. Whether you're in a happier situation or a worse situation. The question is that because it's inbuilt in you.
Very true.
And this is something which, I said, all right, let me help you.
Yeah.
The fellow must be thinking, here we are, coming and looting this guy, and this guy couldn't see my pain.
True.
Now the question, the example is that good always prevails. Whatever you do, whatever your the good jobs that you do, good work that you do, it will always prevail.
Very true, Manu Bhai. Very true. You have achieved so much in life, and is so much recognition, so much success, so much wealth, love from the people. What more you want to achieve in this life?
Well, nothing more now. Now I saw my 4th generation. I spent my 92nd birthday with my 4th generation over here.
Yeah.
All I want is the peace and less poverty as much as I can. So I try my best to help as much as possible. To really look. It doesn't mean that I go and feed people just like that. But the question is that make a society better. Let them set the standards better. And many people in Kenya or in East Africa now knows who is this man. That doesn't mean that I don't have shortcomings. I might have shortcomings. I have shortcomings. But people look at the work that I've been able to do, what I've been able to achieve, and what I've been able to express myself to others. That's what is important.
Very true. Thank you so much, Manu Bhai. Thank you so much for answering all my questions. And I feel really blessed that I have been able to talk to you. Frankly speaking, when I started taking interviews, one of the first names I had in mind was Dr. Manu Bhai Chandaria. And I never thought that I'm going to make it, but I feel really blessed and very happy that finally I got this opportunity and you are on my platform of SJLIVE. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. So that was Dr. Manu Bhai Chandaria on my show SJLIVE. This is Shubhrika. You can follow me on my Facebook page Shubhrika, on my YouTube channel Shubhrika Johri, and my Instagram handle Shubhrika Johri. Tata bye bye. See you again soon. This is Shubhrika signing out.